You got it. 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 All right, so we are going to go to work. Got a 45-minute drive out to Long Island. 14.2.2.5. I'll share some thoughts along the way. 3, 2, 1. Hey there, friends. How's it going? Richard here. We're going on another drive to work. Life in the day of a real estate attorney, maybe. We're on 14.2.2.5. We're heading from here in Astoria, Queens. Gonna head to Mineola. Looks like a 45-minute drive. We're actually going to a McDonald's, maybe grab something to eat before our closing. But let's see how the drive handles. Okay. All right. So I shared this maybe in a previous video. But one thing, I guess my biggest gripe with using FSD for the last month has been dealing with speed cameras here in New York City. FSD, like if you're in hurry mode, Mad Max mode, drive profiles, like it'll blow right through those speed cameras. Because in the settings, I've got my speed limit profile set to relative and then offset by 30 miles an hour. So my understanding of what that means is that if the speed limit is 55, the vehicle basically is authorized to go as fast as 85 miles an hour, right? Offset of 30 miles an hour depending on traffic. But that applies as well to local roads. So local roads with a speed limit of here in New York City 25 miles an hour, that means like if no vehicles are ahead, no traffic, the vehicle will decide to go or could go 55 miles an hour. So what I find myself doing is having to always or constantly like flip through the profiles. Is it the hardest thing? No, it's a first world problem. You got to scroll through the wheel with the right thumb wheel and change from like Mad Max to hurry to standard. It's just, I don't want to always think about that as I'm driving. So anyways, right now we're in standard, but I'm gonna kick this up to Mad Max. Another reason is that up ahead we have a right turn, and when you're in like standard and below, this right turn goes on the street with 2 lanes, and the slower profiles, it'll turn you into the left lane and then wants to switch over afterwards. When you're in like hurry, Mad Max, it just makes the right turn into the right lane. I'm not sure the thinking behind that. But later on, at the end of this block, when we get to Astoria Boulevard, we need to enter the Grand Central Parkway, so you need to be in one of the right 2 lanes, and traffic builds up pretty fast. I find with FSD, and I don't know if you're watching this, if you're using it, like it wants to make it waits until a half a mile or less to start making its entry onto like an exit ramp. Wow, it turned into the left lane as well. Why did it do that? See, that's silly. Why you do that, FSD? Yeah, I have no idea why it just decided to go in that left lane and then come over to the right lane. It does make turns like super wide. That's an interesting experience with FSD, how wide the turns make. I want to see how that's going to manage this. So my friend over here to the right of us, it's like a parking lane. Oh, he's just going for the gold here. see how we're gonna make these turns. Ah, man. Cost us a light. Interesting. It's okay, I guess. So I think I shared this before. This is a 3-lane street. The left lane is a straight only, so it goes straight onto, basically if you're trying to get onto the Triborough Bridge. This middle lane is straight but also a right turn. The right lane is a right turn only. So we need to make this right turn to get onto the Grand Central Parkway, and then from there it's a relatively straight shot to where we're heading. Let's see, I think we're taking, I would assume, Cross Island Parkway. Okay, gotcha. Oh, you know what? I actually don't want to go there. This is not fun. You know, we'll leave it as it is. It's fine. Not a big deal. All right, so let's see. Do we have a nice smooth turn here? All right, smooth. All right, not bad. Oh. You know what, side note, and I meant to make a video about this. Joe mode, if you've got kids, and it's such a subtle, like, 2mm thing. But, so, we just came back from Sunday, we're at the beach with some friends celebrating a birthday. And the drive back was like 2.5 hours, something like that. And the girls were exhausted from an entire day at the beach. And I'm like, cool, like, let's just, the older one got in the car, like, conked out right away. Great. The younger one, though, she refuses to sleep in this car. Whenever we go, wherever, it doesn't matter, like, wherever we're going, it doesn't matter that she skips her naps, doesn't matter, like, she just does not go to sleep. So we get in this, we're driving, and like, if there are any, we gotta turn down the music if she starts like fading and whatnot. So we just try to be very cognizant about that. And as she started fading, like, the you know, if you hear the turn signal, like, it's not a loud sound, but it's something that's distracting. Joe mode, just like, it reduces the volume so much. And I just realized right now, I'm like, wait, I see it turn the turn signal on. Why don't I hear the clicks? And I forgot that I kept Joe mode on. It's so good, especially when you've got kids in the back, just to reduce just any, again, ancillary sounds that may come from the vehicle driving. So Joe mode is top notch. Yo, do y'all see the smoke coming from that truck up ahead? vehicle pass inspection. Come on, man. Look at that. That means I assume that the vehicle's burning oil, right? That's why the smoke's going. I used to have a 2002 Passat, man, and I love that vehicle, but there was something with like some seals just would never stick, and you'd end up burning a ton of oil. And I remember that white smoke. Here's a relatively heavy merge that you'll find on the coming from Flushing to 678. We're on the Grand Central. The entrance to the LIE is up ahead to the right, so there's a lot of cars like crossing each other here. Right now, I don't know if I mentioned, I moved it into Mad Max mode, so that's the profile we're using to drive. Okay. Once we're on the high, like flowing traffic, I really wish it would just be like, stay in lane, man. FSD will like change lanes thinking it's getting ahead. And I don't know if you play that game while you're driving, like you see someone swerving, like switch lane, switch lane, switch lane, and all that work to then hit like a slowdown up ahead, and they're like one car ahead of you. Okay, great job, man. You just added, you know, the distance versus displacement question. You just added an extra, whatever, how many 100 feet of driving and moving and potential incidents to get it like 10 feet ahead. So this is what I'm talking about. Like, why there's zero purpose to have switched lanes right there. And we've now moved into a lane where the car creating the traffic is super slow. Great job, FSD. Back and left, back and left. Just stay here, stay here, stay here. You know, I should have just tried it there. I saw a video from Jeeves, who I've got that Vion phone holder. I just haven't installed it yet. But anyways, looking forward to seeing how that works. He's in a driving parking lot, and FSD wants to make some turn, and he tries like overriding it by putting the turn, slamming on the turn signal. So, and here we go. Another lane change when, like, let me see nav. See, what's it? Navigation showing that right here we've entered like a slowdown orange section, and then it's a red section. So you know there's traffic up ahead, or it knows there's traffic up ahead. I don't understand the value of switching lanes in stop and go traffic. Like, if you see there's an accident ahead, maybe you start negotiating what lane you want to be in. But, you know, I know this to be just volume traffic right here for this next mile, half a mile or something like that. But it doesn't serve any good purpose to switch lanes there. It actually speeds up when you're in the left lane later on, probably like 500 feet from here or something like that. Trying to remember which vehicle we were behind. That's always a like mental receipt game I play. When the vehicle changes lanes, what vehicle were we behind, and how much ground did we lose by switching lanes? The games you play when you drive so much. Yeah, see, left lane is actually moving because there's backup traffic because of these exits here. Ay, FSD, ¿por qué tú me haces eso? Let's go back to the lane we should have never left. That's a life lesson. Now my concern here is that I don't think I have enough space on my SD card for the rest of this drive. So I may have to cut this short for a little bit. Let me see if I can. It's gonna cut it close, y'all. You know, if it just shuts off and the video comes to an abrupt end, it's because I didn't want you to see what I'm ordering for breakfast. Pardon me. Tesla, if you happen to come across this, why am I still stuck on 14.2.2.5? Got people out there doing 14.4 or whatever it is, 14.6. Man, I want 14.2.2.5. You have people receiving who have hardware 3, man. They've gotten the updates for like 14 Lite. since we're heading to, at least right now, to a McDonald's, I have the parking, let me see, set to parking lot. I didn't change that. Let's pull into a parking space. I guess one of the biggest issues of remaining in the left lane is if you're trying to record videos, like all the sewer drains, and you're riding right over the sewer drains. So we are approaching the Cross Island Parkway. Its navigation is showing we are 0.6 miles away. It's a heavy, I think a relatively heavy merge. I'm not gonna say it's not like the George Washington Bridge, but and here we are 0.4 miles and it still hasn't like gone over. So again, where I live in Queens, it's pretty close to LaGuardia Airport, and it's so tentative to merge. There's a, and I've shared this I think in previous videos, there's a exit from the airport. The Grand Central, right, is there. There's an exit and an entrance, a ramp to get off there, like 82nd Street. And so there's just a lot of traffic, especially because it's primarily taxi traffic. So it's just, FSD is so reluctant to merge and like, I mean, I get it, it's safety, but it creates problems for a zone where it's just a lot of aggressive driving. You can't be tentative there. That truck right there is a right-hand drive truck. Wow. Got that imported from England, right? UK. make a left turn to get into that McDonald's. No. Don't know if I like that. Where's our end locations? We're going to Minnesota. I don't know what I'm saying is here. Oh, sorry. Pay attention to the road. Sorry. I did not intervene there, but it's my eyes. Oh, so here's why. This is what I'm saying, man. We gotta be careful here. I'm reducing the profile to standard sloth because they're definitely speed. That person has a and therein lies the problem that we got off the highway and onto local roads, and all of a sudden it took off because it's in Mad Max, and without even realizing it, I'm like 15-20 miles over the speed limit. So that's a little bit of an issue. Wait a minute, I want to see something. Okay, we're gonna change our trip entirely. Because just trying to see how much time we have left on this card. Oh no, we got like a minute left, man. Anyways, I guess final thoughts, since I don't have any more storage on this drive. Just rerouting. As you can see, like fairly confident and competent FSD. What can I say? It's super awesome, especially if you're in a place, I've said this before, like where there's not a ton of volume, not a lot of like. New York City is probably one of the denser areas where you're going to be using FSD. Nassau County here, like in Connecticut, where we're at. I mean, maybe there's some areas near Hartford, I-84. I think there's a merge there that's always backed up, but man, if you can use FSD. Just gives you time to like take deep breaths while you're driving. Anyways, hopefully you enjoyed this video. Sorry that it's being cut short. See you on our next trip. All right, we're back online with our phone. Sorry for the video. Just it went like around the block to come back on Jericho Turnpike. Not sure why. So just change the location. We're going to a different McDonald's, one that's closer to our ultimate destination. Also, right now I'm in the sloth profile. But I think I'm gonna bump it up. Let's bump it up to chill. Like, I almost wish if, like right now, I'm in the left lane kind of holding up traffic because I was in sloth. Now I'm in chill. I almost wish as a default, if I'm in sloth or chill, it stays in the right lane. Right? I think that makes sense. If slower traffic should shift, like stick to the right lanes or rightmost lane. And so if I'm in a 2-lane street, if I'm in sloth and or chill, you would think that it's probably smarter to hang out in the right lane instead of being in the left lane, like slowing up the fast traffic. So just a little thought there, Tesla. Yiro. It's a massive daycare center, wow. this was the McDonald's we were, I think, initially heading to the left, but there's one a little bit closer to where we're trying to go. So. See, like I said, I'm holding up this left lane. Oh, breakfast spot there? Spot. Sure there is, but Breezy Bagels. looks like our destination, our updated destination is coming up. We gotta make a left turn here. It looks like. Oh, very nice. Let's see how we negotiate our left turn. And oh, interesting. So nav has us going up one more light where that van just turned, but it actually came in here through the driveway. Very, very nice. I like it. I like it. I like it. It's gonna park right here. All right, whatever. That's fine. All right. Hopefully you enjoyed our drive. Not bad. Sorry for the inconvenience on switching the camera, but see you on our next drive. We got it. 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 There's only one thing to order from the McDonald's breakfast menu, and it is